Criticism always feels uncomfortable. Most people expect this, but what they don't expect is how quickly this discomfort turns into defense. Someone says, "This needs improvement," or "Why didn't you tell me?" or "I thought we'd agreed on something different." And before you've even fully processed the words, you feel your body tense. You feel exposed and vulnerable. So you start explaining, correcting, adding context they didn't ask for. These defensive reactions feel measured and deliberate, but they usually aren't. They're automatic protection responses triggered when your brain senses possible status loss of competence, loss of respect, or loss of control. In a meeting, feedback about your presentation can quickly translate into that voice in your head saying, "They think I don't know what I'm doing." In a relationship, "You forgot again" can become, "You think I don't care enough." With friends, a small joke can land as, "They don't take me seriously," or "They think I have a major flaw." The content might be minor, but the meaning feels personal, because it doesn't just question what you did, it hints who you are. And the brain struggles to separate behavior from identity. The report lacks structure becomes, "I'm incompetent." "You interrupted me" becomes, "I'm selfish." And once that translation happens, the brain's protective center activates. You interrupt before they finish. Your tone sharpens. You begin listing all the reasons why you were justified. From the outside, your reaction looks like resistance, stubbornness, or insecurity. Inside, though, it feels like you're protecting something fragile. After all, you're not trying to escalate things. You're simply trying to prevent a drop in how you're seen, because being perceived as careless, incapable, or unreasonable carries weight. And in a defensive state, the mind prioritizes protecting identity over calmly evaluating accuracy. What's your first move when you feel criticized? Explain, withdraw, interrupt? I'd be interested to hear your experience in the comments. Now, thankfully, the shift that changes this pattern is simple, but not automatic. We need to separate behavior from identity in real time. So instead of asking, "Am I being attacked?" ask, "What specific behavior is being described?" Translate the comment into something observable and concrete. "You're unreliable" becomes, "The deadline wasn't met." "That was rude" becomes, "Your tone sounded abrupt." Notice how this changes the emotional weight. When behavior is given a specific label, identity pressure drops. Then stabilize the interaction by gathering information instead of defending position. Ask, "Which part would you like to change?" Or, "What would improvement look like to you?" What about, "Where do we go from here?" Slow and neutral. When you apply this, you can stay composed during criticism, which helps you protect both your credibility and relationships. But even when identity feels more certain, perceived criticism can trigger another impulse to appear, the urge to explain yourself in detail. And in the video on screen, we break down why over-explaining can quietly increase tension and how to avoid that pattern.